So greetings and salutations to all you good people out there. This is Alex Mack of Max Books Publishing here for the month of September 2023. Yes, this is the first kind of episode back from a nice long little hiatus. Kind of a little bit's been happening behind the scenes. A lot's been happening. To say the least, and so along with like a format change. So instead of doing this, like trying to do this every week and failing at it, I decided I'll just do this like every month, and kind of still fail at it probably. But no, I think this so the format change just changes this thing to monthly. Just to kind of help me kind of get a handle on this thing here, because I am a pretty full-time everything. When I'm not doing this, I'm the very definition of like a weekend warrior, part-time entrepreneur, and it gets hectic. It gets a lot, and it actually doesn't leave me a lot of time to write, which the main thing I should be doing. The whole reason I'm doing this is to kind of like get awareness of certain books and novels and novellas and things of that nature out there, and just to sell books. Basically, I'm only doing this to sell books. So maxbookspubs.com, please buy my books. I don't have to do this anymore. But yeah, so it helps. It really helps to just write and really read novels or finish books, so I can have opinions and thoughts on said books and movies and stuff like that. And I think it kind of makes everything a little bit better, if I can actually really kind of get into all of that stuff and make content and put this stuff out there. And so I think I like this a lot better, but you know what, it's still kind of half works because I'm still stupid busy. But the thing is, I've covered a bunch of stuff. I've covered the books Legendary, the Changeling by Victor LaValle. I've covered System Shock remake. I finished that, and I was able to finish. Oh my god, it's one other thing. They Clone Tyrone. It might as well be kind of ancient history at this point, but it's something I watched, and I guess I'll yammer on about that for a little bit. But yeah, so here we are, September 2023, Maniacal Books Monthly, as always, sponsored by me. Yes, so please stop by Max Books Pubs on everything, all the socials, YouTube, TikTok, and maxbookspubs.com. Please check out a book. That Mulch is like a horror novella that I put out, and it's gotten some pretty good reviews. Some people seem to dig it. The people that pick it up, give it a chance, seem to dig it, think it's all right. So please stop by. Pick that up. And also there's a children's book. Where are the boys? Which is it's pretty fun. It's a full story, a full picture, but full story book. Yeah, it's a book. Of course, it's a full story, but it's kind of like a full color picture book with a nice little story in it about a grandmotherly lady called Mrs. Grace, who has a bunch of grandsons, and they get on her last damn nerves. It's just to chase them all around the neighborhood and tell them, come in here, sit your ass down. But no, it's actually a really fun book. Really lighthearted, something nice. And it's even got activity book in there. They got like pencil mazes, tic tac toe, crossword puzzles, and it even has like what do the kids, the youngins out there these days love more than like reading? Pop quizzes, of course. Of course. Duh. Yeah, it's even got a pop quiz in there. So yeah, just stop by. It's great. It's just amazing. I love it. So I don't know what it was. Yeah, oh, and also I think I'll do pop culture feed. That's what it is. So there's some technical issues with the pop culture feed because Twitter kind of lost his damn mind and said they decided to just change the name to X. Like I, I think they joined the nation. I think Twitter has joined the nation, and they just said I'm getting rid of my slave name. I'm getting rid of my slave name. It's just gonna be X from now on, brother. Bean pie. So, but I mean, when they changed the name to X, yeah, they kind of did away with all the like plugins and things. Like you can pull like tweets and like like upload them to your own like page or whatever. So I had them going to my Discord, and so like all those are shut down. So shit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can kind of talk about a couple things. I was supposed to talk about writing because this, honestly, this is kind of like a publishing podcast among other things, and yeah, I was coming in here fully prepared to talk about prose, writing prose, and like because I'm trying to finish a kind of like gothic horror vampire picture a book kind of and so there's a lot of kind of like prose in there, writing kind of like gothic literature, and trying to formulate and kind of like master all of that. I don't know if master is the right word, but just trying to kind of like get my footing in all of that, and having these kind of like it's very kind of like dark and somber and like sweeping settings and themes and things of that nature in the book, and also kind of like having my own touch to it, my own kind of like writing style, which is very kind of just I don't know. I'm a guy who like one of my favorite movies is like The Thing, the type of deal where it's like it's really really gruesome, really grotesque, really kind of like just weird and out there and everything. And I kind of get that way in kind of my writing, but I don't like to hammer it home. I just like kind of like touches here and there, when doing that stuff. And I have some pretty kind of gnarly things that I want to do to some characters in this book, but it's kind of like that's kind of like getting to the you remember those old Tootsie Pop commercials where like how many licks does it take to get to the center pop juicy center of a Tootsie Pop, whatever that is. But like that, so like that kind of like that whole kind of like visceral, like gory, nasty, fun bits. It's kind of like that's the payoff, kind of. That's the payoff. That's what I want to get to. But I'm trying to kind of like land that plane, if you will. And I've been studying and like going over a lot of like gothic like authors from the past, like, and all the heavy hitters, the Mary Shelleys, the Edgar Allan Poes, and things like that. Even some Lovecraft too. There's like a lot of gothic horror, gothic themes in all of them. And yeah, I've been hitting the Edgar Allan Poe pretty hard. There is And the thing this was really weird is like I started like listening to Poe a little bit like on the way to work, and like the fall of the House of Usher. I got really that was one of my favorite Poe stories just because of how just off the damn wall that story is, and it's very much it's like rife with double entendres because the whole like the title fall of the House of Usher, it's like the house, the fall of a house, but also like the fall of a lineage of a line of like a family. And so the whole story is kind of like double talk. It's kind of like it's and it's really cool. It's really good. It's one of my favorite stories ever, and not even from Edgar Allan Poe. But then come to find out that there is a show coming on Netflix by Mike Flanagan, who Mike Flanagan and Netflix shows. He is so there's the two haunted house shows. Then the one with the vampire priest sort of deal. And then I think that was the only, I think yeah. And then it's this one, Fall of the House of Usher. So so he's like 2 for 3 in my book because the house. What was it? Haunting of Hill House was the first one, which is every Halloween I go back and I watch that, and I'm happy Halloween is right around the corner because I get to go back and I get to watch Haunting of Hill House again. I love, man, when that first came out like about 4-5 years ago or something like that. At this point, man, I loved it from the jump. It was good. It got me like from the onset. I was there. I was in it, and yeah, the same for the sequel. But I can't remember. Black Mass. I think it was called Black Mass, and it was too goofy for me. It was pretty good. It was alright, but it was just kind of goofy to me when the vampire bat guy like came to the altar basically, and he had like the priest robe on, and he was like walking all like this all slowly and somberly, and I'm just like, what? Whoa, wow, that's somebody wrote that. Somebody absolutely wrote that. But yeah, so I was going to go on a whole diatribe of that, of like, dipping my toe into gothic literature, and trying to funnel it and write it, and in the context of kind of like what I'm trying to do and all that. And yeah, life just happened. I didn't really delve as deep into it as I want to, but I can say that is definitely going to be kind of what I'm going to be touching on. Definitely is more literary stuff, more just like literary talk, like about writing prose, or like writing process of being a pantser, or plotting everything out. I'm a plotter. But I'm also a pantser. Because there was one story I was writing that actually wasn't going to be a horror story. Shocker. It's shocking me. I tried, but I gotta be in the mood to write something like, very kind of light and uplifting and all that. And I just ain't been in the mood, honestly. I hasn't been there. I haven't been in a lighthearted, charitable mood, you can say. But that one, I kind of plotted it out, but I was just going with it because it was like I saw there were things that I wanted to get to in there, and it was like I can go from A to B to C, but it wasn't fun. That story wasn't fun at all anyway, because I'm trying to write something lighthearted, and I'm just not in the lighthearted space at the moment. I'm just not. I'm just not. Life's kicking my ass. But yeah, I wasn't there, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it, and it was fun. It was actually kind of fun, and I can't wait to kind of go back to that, because after I finish my after I finish my vampire book, which hopefully be by Christmas. Hopefully, be done by Christmas. Who knows? I don't know. I'm trying, but yeah. But I kind of want to go back to that so I can go back to pantsing, because the vampire story is not like it's actually it's half and half. It's kind of half and half because the thing is, like, I know where I know everything I want to do. Like I have everything kind of plotted out. But when I'm in there and I'm writing, and Lord forbid I hit a stride, or I hit a zone at that point, and things and stuff just pops in the head, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, let's go with that. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where it's going exactly, but let's go with that. Yeah, that might work. Let's see. And yeah, it's actually really fun. It's fun. Like, just seeing where it go. Okay, let's just go. All right, let's go. All right. Is he going to die right here? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go. All right, homie. Hope you make it. I don't know. We about to see. So yeah, that's fun. That's actually fun. And I actually haven't written a word in oh my God, I want to say probably about a month. Maybe over a month. I don't know, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty rough. It's on every level. I've had I think since I finally it's just a little peek kind of behind the scenes or outside of the books. I finally got like some decent health insurance, and I've been waiting to do that not only for my glasses, so I can like get some better glasses, because my eyesight is failing drastically. Like it is actually kind of alarming that I really need glasses now. Like this ain't for show. This ain't for show. My eyesight is actually failing like bad. Like I can't even see anything like 10 feet from me. I don't let it be like small fine little letters, fine print. I can't see that, man. I can't see that shit. It's nah. But not only that, but I just like I generally want to check out like some counseling, some like actual counseling, because it's and to be honest, it's not even a thing of like I don't have the time, because honestly I kind of don't have the time, but then it's just like the motivation. When I do get a good half hour, 45 minutes, I kind of just sit here and I'm just like, well, damn, I mean I should, but what the hell am I gonna do? It's just gonna suck anyway. That whole thing starts, and it kind of spilled over from other things. But yeah, I finally got some decent health insurance, and yeah, I can't wait to kind of sign up for that. But yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I've been fumbling around in my mind like what route I want to go with. Do I want to do like more like the Christian counseling route, or do I want to like do like straightforward like regular counseling? Do I want to get brother as counseling so I can have like some one-on-one brother time, which I probably need that? Do I just want to go maybe find like I don't know, like a old white woman or something that's like just somebody that's just completely different viewpoint and life point for me to just kind of just be like, what's happening? What's going on? Help an old Asian, damn near middle-aged, kind of middle-aged. It's 42 middle-aged. I don't know. My hairline is definitely middle-aged. Like look at me. My eyesight is failing. You see that? Look at this. Look at this. I got like right at the crown. Right at the crown. I don't like that. My edges is getting a little light. So yeah. Nah, it's just like, yeah, I need to see where I'm at right now. I don't know where I'm at. Like, to be completely honest and candid. Yeah, I don't know where I'm at. In like in any place, anywhere. Like, the only thing I can do is just give my main focus to, like, make my main priorities. I have 3 main priorities. That I kind of have to make sure I'm giving my all to. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at with myself either. Like, I'm not. Yeah, it's one of the things. I'm not my own favorite person. I'm not my own best cheerleader. Oh, fat, doughy, doofy sucker. But yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, I need yeah, I can't wait. I finally got, some decent insurance. So I've been chopping at the bit. And I got my card. You old. You're old when you get like a health insurance card and you get happy. That never mattered to me before. But I got my new health insurance card and I was excited. What the fuck? Why am I so happy? Why am I excited? Damn, I'm old. Yeah. Yeah. That was. I don't know. Is that TMI? Is that too much? Is that too full disclosure? Maybe. But that's where I'm at. It's me. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm at right now. What else could I talk about here before I get into my reviews and all that stuff? Since Twitter went all Muslim on me. I don't know. We are heading. If I can get into my nerd bag a little bit. We are heading into just gaming Christmas right now. Mortal Kombat 1 just dropped, and I have on good authority it is fucking awesome. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. Next up is Phantom Liberty, actually, from Cyberpunk 2077. The DLC from that. With my boy Idris Elba starring in there alongside with Keanu. That comes out next week, actually. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably gonna get that on the 26th when it comes out. Probably won't play it until like the 15th of the next month, but I'll have it on my hard drive on my PC, ready to go. And I'm definitely looking forward to that, but I'm doubly looking forward to Alan Wake 2, which is coming out like first week October or something like that. So yes, and there was something else too. Oh, Starfield. So Starfield has already came out, and yeah, I got into it. I started playing it, and it is a Bethesda game, honestly. And the thing with saying it's a Bethesda game is it's a knock, but it's not a knock. You know what I mean? It's like a Bethesda thing. It's a knock, but it's not. One thing it's not Fallout 4. It's better than Fallout 4. Okay, I can for sure say that. In some ways, Starfield is what Fallout 4 should have been. Because there is no real, there's no real upgrade to this. The most disappointing thing about Starfield is that I was hoping, I don't know why, but I was hoping, anticipating even, that it would be the next step of the Bethesda engine, of the whole like Bethesda thing. But it's not. It's a Bethesda game. There's no like huge upgrade. And matter of fact, it seems like the game honestly seems like it's been like stitched together really. Uh, by that I mean, so you'll have missions to start, and then if you start the mission, it'll give you a kind of like a path or like a prompt to like just jettison off to that to whatever star system that's in, because it's a space game, so we're out in space. And so like you hit a button and you can like just jettison there, or you can go like the old fashioned way and go out in space, but it's not like No Man's Sky, where like you can actually get in the ship, take off in the ship, go flying in the sky, and then like transit, go through the stratosphere and go into like outer space, all in real time, all while you're doing that. You are literally doing that, and then you jump to another damn planet. After flying through space, and you go to another planet, you go in the actual atmosphere and you land on that next planet. No, you just you run up to your ship and it asks you if you want to enter the ship or go straight to the cockpit. You go straight to the cockpit, and then it asks you, okay, do you want to fly, or do you want to take off or go into space? And okay, you go into space. You just hit a button to go into space, and you watch. There's a cinematic that pops up, and you watch it fly off into space, right? And then once you're in space, then it's like, okay, pick your mission. And so you go, you pick your mission. It tells you, okay, do you want to? Here's your mission. This the objective. This is the planet you need to go to. Do you want to go there? And you just hit yes, take me there, and it takes you there. You just hit a button. The whole thing is basically to get to point A to point B. You just hitting a bunch of buttons. Like wow, wow. This is we've been waiting so long for this. And that's the biggest knock on Starfield, is that No Man's Sky kind of does that game better. But No Man's Sky doesn't have the Bethesda kind of story to it, and so but I was in my head when they announced it and they were saying what the game would be, I was envisioning No Man's Sky plus what Starfield is being like combined, but I don't know why it's Bethesda. It's Bethesda. I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking that. But I mean, so far it's okay. It's another Bethesda game, honestly. That's. I mean, I played maybe I want to say about 6 hours so far, so I'm very early in the game. But it's. I mean, unless something drastically changes, and it is fun. I'm not going to say it's not fun. It is very fun to play. But I played it before. I played this before. It could just be me being old, and I've been playing games since like 85, 86 or something like that, right? So it could just be me being old timer. But I played it before. It's not that much. It's not that different. With that being said, is that going to be like the console seller of this year that Microsoft is hoping it's going to be? I don't know if consoles are kind of phasing out of existence. We might be maybe 2 console generations away from everything just being on a box, really. Like, look, just go to your Amazon box and download the PlayStation app or download the Xbox app and just stream the damn thing from there. It's because there's no need. Like, technology has caught up to the point where there's no need for consoles. Honestly, if the price point for these PCs start dropping a bit for like because I mean a 4090 RTX 4090 right now is still running about 2K, I think, or something around that, and a good like 12th generation i9 like 10 core, 12 core beast. Probably run you about 500-600 just for the chip, and then like another 200 for the motherboard. So it's the price point is steep, but honestly, it's worth it. It's worth. Forget the $500 boxes that Sony and Microsoft. Take that $500 and invest in your video card. Honestly, that's kind of where we at, for real. But I mean, I work in IT. I build computers and things like that. So it's easy for me to say that. I've been preaching this gospel, the gospel of NVIDIA for like years now. But I know if you're not into it, if you're not into it, yeah, it can seem like trying to build a rocket ship to go to Mars. But it's not. I keep telling you, it's trust me, it's not. It is not. It's simple, not the word, but it's doable. It's very doable. And plus, if you know some nerdy guy, I'm pretty sure you know somebody who's into it, right? And they would definitely jump at the chance to help you build your rig. And I would say use them, because trust me, those $500 boxes are not. And plus, you got to get the $500 box, and then you have to get the subscription platform. It's like, for what? Like, everything, Steam is free. There is no subscription fee for Steam. It's the only thing is like Game Pass, which because Microsoft, of course, like they run computers, so they had the foresight for that. They saw this at first, and they had the Game Pass platform, and genius. It's like the best thing in gaming right now. Like, it's literally the best thing in gaming. For 100, wait, how much is like a yearly subscription? We'll just give them now it's like $16 a month, $17 a month. But $16 a month, I could play everything in the damn library. Deal. I'll take that action. But yeah, just Starfield. It wasn't. It's okay. It's okay. It's not game of the year. It's nowhere. It might be. Well, actually, I don't know. It might be this year. What else came out other than Spider-Man? Spider-Man 2 might be kind of game of the year territory. MK1. We'll see how that goes. When how crazy would it be if Phantom Liberty came out and just blew everybody away, though? that would be crazy. Believe it or not, they fixed it. I don't know if you can fix. Okay, fix might not be the right word, but they made that game. The game is what it should have been when it launched. Now, I guess is how to categorize that. So yeah, so Phantom. I'm actually like kind of excited about that, but just more curious, see what they're doing with that. But I love Night City. Night City, I love that world. I love that universe. Like, it is. When the one thing they did do out the gate was nail like the vibe of Night City, and yeah, I love it. I beat it 3 times, and can't wait to go back. So yeah, I think that's my nerdy spiel for the minute. There is I did mention Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix, the next Mike Flanagan kind of horror show coming up on there. Victor LaValle's The Changeling. I have a review for that coming up in just a few minutes, and there is a Apple TV show on that. I complete honesty, I had no idea. Had no idea that there was an Apple TV show that was coming out based on that. I actually kind of got hype reading or hearing that, even after reading the book, which the book is. But I'll get to that. It's okay. It's all right. But I'll get to that. So yeah, those 2 are definitely coming up. I don't know that. Hold What's the actual dates of those so I can... The House of Usher. Netflix. October 12th. Isn't that this? I think it's the same day Alan Wake 2 comes out. Oh, okay. If not, then it's around the same time. So yeah, that's going to be good. It's got a bunch of like returning people coming to that show too. Kate Siegel, of course, because she's married to the showrunner, of course. So Carla Gugino, which, oh my God, I have such a crush on Carla Gugino. Lord have mercy, that woman. But yeah, she's coming back. Of course, she's been in all of them so far. And she was even in the movie he did with that's based off of the Gerald's Game. That was on Netflix, based off the Stephen King book. That was a really good movie too. God, that was kind of like a sleeper. It came and it went, and nobody really talked about it. But yeah, that's only Stephen King would come up with something like that. Yeah, but the crazy thing is, Mark Hamill's going to be in this one, so I can't wait. I cannot wait for Mark Hamill being in that one. Bruce Greenwood. Yeah, so that's yeah, I can't wait for that one. But I mean, so my only concern with that is, like, Fall of the House of Usher, the story was such a kind of like smaller, contained story. It's really a novella, honestly. It's very small, it's very contained, kind of to the point. And this is going to be like a 6-8 episode, hour long kind of show. And so that's my only concern, is like, how are they going to stretch that out, and what's it going to be about? Because the Edgar Allan Poe story is basically about like two siblings that are last of their line, last of their lineage, and yeah, and so I don't know how they're going to stretch all that out, but I'm going to have fun. Well, I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to have fun, but I anticipate having a good time watching that show. And so, all right, yeah, I think I've flabbered my gums enough, and yeah, let's get right to the reviews after this short break. Greetings, folks. Alex Mack from Maniacal Books Weekly here. Have you caught an episode of the podcast? And did you actually enjoy an episode? Then become a supporter. For as little as 99 cents a month, your contribution goes a long way in helping the production of the show, as well as help generate content every week. And don't forget to catch us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Radio Republic, and Stitcher. Legendborn by Tracy Dion is a book that was published back in remember the dumpster fire that was 2020 by Simon & Schuster, and this is a fantasy, modern day fantasy YA book dealing with like a black protagonist, which is pretty cool. All right, so what's this about? Okay, so Brianna, or Bree Matthews, is a student at a UNC Summer Academy program for like gifted and like honor students. So this is she's from North Carolina, and she's going to UNC, University of North Carolina, and like her very first night there, she gets introduced into this other kind of secret magical society that kind of just like interjects her in like knee deep into like this whole magical fantasy like setting with like King Arthur like things and stuff like that in it. Yeah, and it so in the rest of the story we kind of see her kind of juggle with like her new her new magical powers, her new magical existence, really, as well as some like schoolwork studies, and also some like grief, like dealing with grief as well. And so, what do I like about it? It's a lot to like. It really is. First off, it's a fantasy, magical, like modern day take on all this, and dealing with a black protagonist, like a black female protagonist at that. And so that's pretty good. That's pretty new. So yeah, that's thumbs up for me. And it also, like I mentioned before, it has like the Arthurian legends and all that. So like King Arthur, they have like they interject a lot of like that in here as well. So like a lot of the characters in here have a lineage as far as like being direct descendants from like King Arthur and the Knights of the Realm and things like that. There's like a Morgana mentioned in this. I think that was her, like the witch's name in that whole tale. And also and Merlin. So that, like, Merlin's not he was a character in here, but then like there also like these kind of like demon magical human hybrid people that like have powers and do all that kind of stuff. So like they call them Merlins in here, which that was cool. It's like Tracy Dion, like the author, she actually kind of like interjected all of that like pretty ingeniously to me, because I wasn't expecting it and it caught me off guard, and I was just, the whole time I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, that's okay, that's pretty cool. Right, the magic system in here, I was, like how I was explaining it before I hit record on this damn thing. There is the magical system in here is kind of split in two. So there's like the lineage side for like the King Arthur's people, and I still can't remember what they called it. They called it something, but I can't remember. But on the African American side, they call it the roots, like the roots magic, and that's all in the same vein of like voodoo and hoodoo and all that comes from the diaspora, really. So that's roots magic is kind of like something that I think pretty much everybody heard of or knows about, but the way Tracy Dion kind of like adds this to the story is pretty ingenious, and I really dug that. And again, I gotta think about this again. Yeah, so there was the way that Tracy Dion used roots magic in here was something that I thought was pretty ingenious and pretty cool. And if I could, how did I say? If I could go in my closet right now, take out my Snape replica wand that I got from Harry Potter Adventure from Orlando, Florida, because I'm a big dumb goober who's into all that good stuff. That's the way I would bring into existence. Like the way that she had the roots magic to kind of like connect with her ancestors, and just have a conversation with them, and like they would like show her kind of parts of their lives, and it kind of opens up a lot in Bree's life too, and like explains like her and her parents like point of view and motivations and things like that. And that's, man, I wish I could do that. Like that would, if I could have a superpower, if I could make any kind of magic, that would kind of be my magic, just to kind of talk with my ancestors and just be like, yeah, man, what the hell, man? what the hell? Where we go wrong? All right, and that was pretty cool. Okay, that's everything I kind of liked about it. So what I don't like, YA. Like I was saying before, I can't stand YA. Okay, that's too strong. I don't like YA. I kind of don't have the patience for it now. It was too YA to me. Like, again, if I would say about 10, 15 years ago, you couldn't have told me nothing about that, because all I did was look for YA novels. I love YA. I would go straight to the YA section whenever I go to I don't know, Borders or Walden Books or something like that, like I'd go straight to the YA section because it was just a good escape. It was like one of my favorite escapes, and it was always something fun and light and just like most time like a good read. But this I don't know. I don't know. Like life's been kicking me in the balls too much. I guess I don't know. I couldn't get into the YA aspect of it. Studies and boys and life and I'm just like, okay, yeah, man, no, I can't. Especially not this year. Not this year. Nah, this year, nah. You missed me with all that. But that was the thing. I learned something about myself. Like, I can't. I don't like YA. Another thing I didn't like about this. There's a lot of white boy lusting in here. Them white boys is representing it here because it's just all she did was just. I could see one I could see. You know what I mean? Well, she was lusting after both of these. It was like, ain't got no brothers in there. Lusting after all these white dudes. There were some in there, but I guess I don't know. We all got our preference. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to cast aspersions on this? I can't talk honestly. But yeah, it was just a thing. It was just like that again. Man, you want all the white boys. You want all them white boys up there. They cargo pants and they flip flops. But yeah, all right. So something else I didn't like. This is like a UNC tag program, and even though like this is a story by a black author, starring a black protagonist, there were maybe about, if I can remember correctly, about 3 other black characters in this story by a black author. It was Bree, it was her dad, it was her counselor, and there was like one other guy. There was like one other black guy in that secret society thing. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Until we get to the ancestry part. Like when we get to the ancestry part, then of course it's all, because we gotta be slaves and all that stuff. But that's whatever. It's part of a story. But that was until we got to the ancestry. There weren't that many black characters in this, which I'm not gonna say alarming, but it was just kind of like, okay, that's okay, it's interesting. All right. Okay, so yeah, Arthur's introspection on this, which Arthur's introspection is basically just me giving kind of like my final thoughts, kind of in the mindset and the view of an author, somebody who kind of like creates and narrates stories and things of that nature, and just give him kind of like my final score as well. I don't know. Let's see. A black lead in the fantasy series, very reminiscent to Harry Potter, with some Arthurian legends woven into it. It's something this blurred very much appreciated. If I had this about 15 years ago, I would have eaten it up. Unfortunately, the only other black characters are very basic stereotypes. All the glamour and pomp are reserved for the white characters and those dealing with the Arthurian legends. With that, there is a lot here to like. I look forward to more Tracy Deonn books. There is a sequel to this one that's out already. I'll get to it. But yeah, it was okay, and it was pretty long. It was very long, and the ending was very predictable, like so predictable, especially when you put in the lineage part with the Arthurian people, so the European part, and then you put in like the African American part, and then we go into the slave trade, and we're talking King Arthur, and there's this whole thing about like, oh, we just don't really know who the actual lineage of King Arthur is. We're still kind of looking for him, and when we find him, he will be the one to come in and ultimately save us from the invading demons. But when he reveals himself, we will find them, and it's just like, okay, by the time you get to the end of the book, it's like, okay, we know who the true the lineage of King Arthur is. By the end of the book, we know who she is. Okay, but I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna leave it on that. Legendborn by Tracy Dion. 3 out of 5. System Shock was released this year, 2023, by Night Dive Studios. This is a remake of the 1994 sci-fi game developed by Looking Glass Studios. And so, yeah, if you've ever played BioShock, you have this game to thank for it, because it's basically just BioShock is basically just kind of like the revamped sequel to System Shock. Honestly, it's even in the name. So there you go. Again, so what's it about? So a hacker in the distant future has found himself in hot water and is roped into performing some of what initially seems like corporate espionage, but soon finds himself whisked away into a space station surrounded by an army of mutated enemies looking to kill, maim, and even eat him, all led by a maniacal megalomaniac AI set on ruling / destroying the world. The world. Anyway, so what I like about this, it's a bunch. I like a lot. The fact that it was actually released in the first place is what I love about this. I gave up hope on this. I really gave up hope. I played the demo of this back in like 2017-ish or 2018, like the very, very early like alpha demo or whatever, and it was like, yes, please release this. I want more, and it got delayed again, and I gave up hope. And then when COVID hit, it was just like, okay, so this is done. There's no way this is coming out. There's no way this is coming out now. And then they dropped another demo like a year, 2 years ago or something like that. And like it was like updated. They changed some stuff. Some stuff was updated. And I was like, so there's hope. They're actually, wait a minute, they're actually doing this. They're working on this. Alright. And so, when they finally got a release date, I couldn't believe it. I was just looking at my Steam, like, because I wish listed and everything, and I was just looking at the thing, like, there's actually a date. There's a date? What? Yes. And so, yes, what I like about it, it exists. It actually exists. It's playable. You can play it on GOG. You can play it on Steam, Epic Game Store, but not on the. I don't think it's on the consoles yet. I think there's a release date for the consoles, but it's coming. It's out. So and that's, man, I love it. And there's a lot of old school vibes. Like this is a straight up remake in every best sense of that, and also there's kind of a worse sense of that too. But yeah, I have to give it off to Night Dive Studios. Like they did it. Like they actually did it. And yeah, there was supposed to be a System Shock 2 remake that they're supposed to work on too. I think it's still in the mix because the license to System Shock, the System Shock license got bought out by is it Tencent? Is it a Tencent game? I can't remember who, but I think I was reading somewhere where like the buyout won't hinder Night Dive from like doing any remakes. I think they still have like the license and the ability to do the remakes under like the new ownership or management or whatever. So I think they're still planning on at least releasing this, but man, if we can get that in like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, that'd be amazing. But no, I wouldn't look for that. I won't look for that no time soon, especially considering how long it took for this game to come out. But another thing, the graphics. The graphics is a choice. It's definitely a choice, but I think a good choice. Like it's odd, it's off-putting at first. There's a lot of it's like these kind of like pixelated cell shading kind of things that like a combination of those two or something like that, which is odd at first, but as you play the game, it's like I end up loving it. It was a good choice because it really adds this kind of it puts this 80s sci-fi cyberpunk kind of sheen over everything, and it makes it look like a product from like the mid 80s. And as someone who's an 80s baby and is unabashedly nostalgic for the 80s, I loved it. Like it was it made everything kind of pop out, and it made sense in a way too, and it gave everything this like where the colors were muted or needed to be muted or whatever, in like whatever section of the ship you're in, it worked for there. And then when like on the like more brightly lit like parts of the ship, like all the colors kind of popped and like just kind of leaped out at the screen, especially because I'm playing this in like 4K 1440, and everything just kind of popped, and it was, man, I loved it. Like it was great. Like the laser sword had this really kind of like distinct like feel to it, like the laser weapons, and like it was crazy. Like I really loved it. And the gameplay is, when I was talking about like a straight 1-to-1 remake for good or for ill. Now this is a true old school, hard as hell. We ain't holding your hands. You got to figure out your way through this labyrinth, and you have to like do A, B, and C. And we're not going to tell you what order to do them in. We're not going to tell you where they are. You just got to go and figure it out. And I appreciate that. Like I appreciate it. And it took me back when like they were like just really hard ass games, and you had to figure it out. And then you would like find other like nerdy kids in school, and y'all would just start talking about like all this stuff and trying to figure out like where to go from here to there. Oh, did you find that secret entrance or whatever? You can get there. No, so you got to go back in that room in the corner and find like the keypad. The key is there. Then you got to go back to like 3 levels down, and then it's like the best part of gaming. Something I think is missing in video games because the internet exists. You kind of can't get that feel. But on the other hand, like I'm over 40, I got jobs and kids, and I ain't got time to be walking around this goddamn level for like 2 hours trying to find this stupid key. So yes, I'm glad the internet exists, because I kind of don't have time for that. But even though I'm happy, like I got all the old school feels for that. But I ain't got time. Like, come on, all right, listen, where I gotta go? Where am I going? I need to go. But so that. Frustrating, yes, and I'm really interested for like all the new school gamers out there, like how they feel about that, But for all us oldies with people with gray hairs now and stuff like that, welcome to our world. Yeah, how you like that, bitch? But no, it was pretty good. Like, so I really enjoyed that. That's good. What else? I'm still on what I like about this, by the way. So Shodan Shodan, if you are any kind of gamer at all, if you're into like culture at all, if you're any kind of nerd or whatever, you have no doubt come across a Shodan meme or picture or like line of dialogue or something. So the mascot of the System Shock series is like a timeless character that yeah, if especially for like PC gaming, you know, she's one of the mascots for video games at this point, and it's for all good reason. And it's I was wondering how Night Dive would capture Shodan coming into the remake, because like she's such a just I don't know, she's high up there. She's like one of the pantheons of gaming. You know what I mean? Like, it's you have to, if you're going to do any kind of System Shock game or remake. Because I think there's a System Shock 3 is coming out. There's a teaser trailer for that too, and it's like shit. Yeah, bro, give me more, System Shock. Absolutely. So yeah, and it's wonder like how are they going to capture her? Are they going to do it right? And they did it. They did it. They got her. And it's the original voice actress too. Like, so the same voice actress from the original System Shock did this one as well, which is a huge get. Like, huge get. You know, they got her to come back, and that is, yeah, they got it. It definitely works. Yeah, so not only is she one of the mascots of the series, but she's come one of the legends of the medium. And they did it just right in this remake. Like everything from the visuals, the audio, even on how batshit crazy she is. And I'm really glad that newer players are getting like actually like introduced to her in like a good way, because you can always just go to Steam or something, like buy the original System Shock, but like having this like game like redid and remade, and like, you know, so it's to me I feel like she's getting a proper introduction to the new school, the newer audience. And yeah, that's fun. So like, so people can honestly see why we has never shut up about Shodan since like the mid '90s, you know. And so yeah, that's really cool. And they got her. Like, she is as insane as she has ever been in this. And yeah, it's really cool. Another thing I like about this, I'm still on what I like about this. Like, I can't hide it. I can't bury the lead on this. I love this game. I honestly love this game. But like the cyberspace parts of it, I like it. I can't say I love it, but it's, and like in the original, you know, in order to unlock a door or to get to another place, you have to go into cyberspace, and that's when this goes like full on kind of Johnny Mnemonic. You know, you like there's like this like, I don't know, visor thing, and you put your head in the visor, and it takes you into like this game, which I was like Descent. I think I mentioned Descent earlier. It's just Descent was this. I loved. I played the hell out of Descent on my old Pentium 4 machine back in the day. But it's this like 3D space flight shooter game where you're in a ship, and you can kind of go all over the place, all three dimensions. And this is basically that in System Shock games. So it's kind of like a mini game within the game, and it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward. But later on in the game, it does get to a point. There were times where I just avoided it at a certain point, because I didn't feel like doing that. I just wanted to, like, you know, skulk around these dark corridors and, like, you know, shoot these like brain-eating zombies or whatever. And it's like, oh man, I gotta do this again. Christ. Okay, let me get this over with. But yeah, again, it's the same thing as in the original. Very, very much like this, the exact same thing. I mean, graphically, it's not what we're here for. but it's in the original, it's in this one, and it's kind of more of the same, and it's just okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Another thing I like now, anybody who has seen my Cyberpunk 2077 stuff knows I'm a sucker for Cyberpunk. I love the subgenre. Like from William Gibson to Blade Runner to Philip K. Dick to like all of that. I'm into it. I'm into it. But yeah, and this passes everything for me. Like they had like I said like the laser swords and all that, but even like the so there's like things and devices you upgrade. Like there's like a power glove in here basically, and so like there's like things where you like upgrade your glove, and then like you have these like implants in your head, and you pick something up and you like slot it in, and like the HUD like kind of like the alters and like stuff pops up and everything. I love it. I love it. I love all that good stuff. So yeah, it's heavy on the cyberpunk, and I approve. I loved it. So yeah, I love all that. Yeah, and like there's this very speaking of the cyberpunkness of it. One thing Night Dive did nail was the name of this. What was the name of the ship? God, I'm blanking on the name of the ship. I know it's called the Triumphum Corporation, which is like this. Speaking of cyberpunk, this like massive multi-billion-dollar transnational conglomerate. Because it can't be cyberpunk without having some soulless, like too damn rich corporation that just uses people as cattle, to meet an end, to meet a budget or a deadline. It has all that too, and like the ship feels like this very kind of cold, kind of heartless, just remanufactured. Everything's just remanufactured because it's cheaper. It meets the bottom line a lot better. Like they have these fabricators in the game, and so like you get a whole bunch of like stuff like that's in the ship, and you just shove it in the fabricator and hit the button, and it just pops out a bunch of coins. That it like prefabs a bunch of like coins, and like you get that, and and so you can like buy upgrades that are like left in the ship, and like health grades and stuff like that. Health upgrades, I mean. And yeah, man, it's again, love this game. Just love this game. All right. Okay, all right. So I've been talking like 2 hours about the stuff I like in this game. All right. So yeah, needless to say, this was everything I thought it would be and a little bit more. But there are some things that I thought was annoying. So the stuff I don't like about it, enemy AI, it's, they aren't. It's the enemy AI isn't challenging per se. The only thing is, like later on in the game, when you get to like the tougher mechs and like the crazier like mutants and stuff that's been created by Shodan in there, like if they gang up on you, then it's the only time it's like challenging. But if they don't really do anything like crazy, they don't like go for cover, they don't try to flank you. They see once they notice like you're around, they just kind of like make a beeline right towards you. And I guess you can say that's just you can like put that off into like the story of the game, maybe, like because Shodan is still experimenting and still trying to like I guess perfect her coding or whatever. So yeah, I guess you can write that off as part of the story. But I don't know, it was just like it wasn't a challenge. It was just like just hit them with a couple shots and they'll go down. But the other thing is how I was saying about the old school type of gameplay and all that. I don't. Again, you get lost in these. You get lost in these levels. There were a bunch of times, but plus, like this, sometimes you have to go back down to another level, back down a level or two to pick something up, and then come back up. or come up and fight a boss, and then once you fight like a boss, then you can kind of go back down to a level, and it opens up another section of it so you can proceed through the game. And that stuff is good and well, but man, like, again, I don't like, a lot of times I don't have time for this. Like, it's like right now I need to go to bed so I can get up in the morning, and there's a lot of that. But I mean, it's part of the game. If I was 20 years younger, I'd have been all for it. I wouldn't have had any jobs or kids or anything like that. Just like making me feel like I have to rush through a game. But there was a part in this damn game where like I had to find a head in order to like do a bio scan, like a retina scan to like open the door. And I'm going all the way through this game. I'm going every level, every door, like every nook and cranny, could not find the damn thing. And I had to Google it. I had to go to Google You and look it up. And when I found out where the damn head was, I was just like, man, I'm done. I'm done for this. I did like shut the game down for like a couple of days after that. But again, that's kind of like that's my era. That's my era, man. But yeah, but there's no map. There's no map. There's no waypoints. So I could definitely see people getting annoyed at that. The only thing you have is like these bunch of voicemails that people left on there. It's like you get like 200 damn like audio logs and stuff that you have to comb through, and there's a lot of audio logs have key information in there. So you kind of have to like go through each one to figure out, oh, what's the code to that door? Well, it starts with an 8. And that's it. That's all they tell you. Oh, it starts with an 8, and then you got to just figure it out. And I'm like, what the that's time for that. I can't believe we did all that back then. All right, and here we are. So, the System Shock 2023. Just a quick gameplay capture for this. This is like right in the beginning of the game. So it's nothing. It's no spoilers or nothing happening right now. But yeah, this game is like I was saying before. I first played the demo like a bunch of years ago, back before the world ended, you can say. And yeah, it changed. This part was always in it, like this. Even way back to like 2017, this was always kind of like the beginning of the game. Like nothing really changed that much. The look of it, I think, improved just slightly, but the graphics quality of this, and you can't really tell right now because my in order to capture this, I had to lower everything on here graphically, kind of like significantly, just because my 2070 was kind of chugging along pretty slowly. But I mean, I typically play everything kind of 4K, 1440p, but it still has that weird kind of cell shaded pixelation, almost like a living comic book, and that's what kind of struck me about this at first, but even at 4K, like it has that weird kind of quality to it, but it still looks like really good. And let me get rid of this guy here, walking trash can. Beat it, beat it, kid. You bother me. And a good part of the game is taking these things out. So far I have gotten to like the end of the game. I haven't completely beaten it yet. I've been trying to like beat this and play this like as much as I can, but and I have my Wii mod like loaded up too, like because I'm an adult. I need I can't spend all day and all night playing video games like I used to. So I need to get in and get out. And Wii mod has been invaluable with that. So yeah, I cheat. I don't give a damn. I cheat because I need to finish these games. And but even with that, like this game has very much the old school ethos in it, and where if you played any games back in like the 90s, the 80s and 90s, yeah, the game developers did not care about you. Matter of fact, the game developers wanted to make sure you suffered, uh, you know, as much as you possibly can while playing these games. And this follows suit. Like, they don't really tell you a lot. They don't really like hand info out to you. You kind of have to play the game. You have to like go through a bunch of the audio logs, like I just did, and that data stick I picked up, the little green data stick. So from here, you kind of go through here, and you can go back and replay the audio logs. You'll be doing that quite a bit. You can even go back and look at the like the data sticks you picked in there to get like codes and things like that. So this was always B451. So I get okay, a little bit of spoilers, I guess. But oh, what? Die, damn it! That's and I got eat some chips, vaporized. I think so. Yeah, there's a recycler here. So there's a bit of currency in this game as well. Where oh, it's Shodan.
We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites, located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance.
Yes, this is Shodan when she was still benign, rather, before uh
Is on level 5.
before she got
Holds crew facilities.
unchained and unleashed her homicidal true nature, I guess. So did I do anything? I think I did anything. It's been a while since I went all the way back to the beginning. So I'm trying to remember where the hell I'm supposed to go. There's nothing in here, right?
I told you. I told you we wouldn't be apart for long.
Yeah, so that's how most of the story of the game plays out through these audio logs and things like that, which is really good. They actually did a really good job. They did a really good job on like every part of this game, actually. Um, like I said before, I kind of gave up hope on this back in 2018, 2017, or whatever. And but no, they came through. They actually delivered. Yeah, just a lot of these little dumb puzzles here. But I found out that oh wait, damn it, hold on. I found out that there's kind of like I don't know what you call it. It's like a device in here that you can like plug into this thing here, and it automatically solves everything. You can find those like you have to really like go through every nook and cranny of this place to like find it. But yeah, you can find those. You can kind of just bypass all this garbage. But they aren't that hard, you know. You do that, unlock a portion of the game, and this damn thing here. Oh, kill it, kill it, die, damn it, die. Yeah, he took out half my damn health. Jeez. But yeah, so there's a recycle station. Like I was saying, there's a bit of currency here. Let me drink this soda. So like you put these like recycled scrap in the recycle machine. Oh, damn, I won't even get anything. But you would typically like you'll put scrap in there, and then it'll give you coins here, and you take those coins and you can buy ammo, and you can buy upgrades. Like you can find ammo pretty much kind of everywhere, really. But the main thing of that is just buying like upgrades for your weapons that you eventually get. That you gotta like kind of go through corpses and things like that. Back up. Okay. Yeah, team. Can't even remember this. So there's 8 maps. There's 8 levels I've gotten to so far, and all of them are like crazy. Like they're like pretty huge maps with all kinds of nooks and crannies and secrets and all kinds of things everywhere. And again, this is very much like an old school kind of game. This is a very straightforward remake. I still don't know the code to this door. I don't even know where you find that at. So it's oh, oh wait, see, there we go now, and I'm pretty sure that guy's about to. He's not coming. I hear him. No, no. Okay, go back. Go back. Oh, oh God. Go. Run. But yeah, so you can kind of like go in places too early. Like, had no business being there yet because I have to go through. I've been through here already, right? Yeah. So let's just open this up. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this is a straightforward remake. It's very much like a game from the '90s. Like it is very hard. It's really hard, and it's very deep. And it doesn't tell you. It doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't tell you where to go. You just have to kind of like figure everything out on your own. You have to like get all your resources together. You gotta. Whoa! Holy shit! You just flipped this boy all the way over there, and yeah, it's very much like that kind of game. It is very refreshing to have that kind of game like nowadays. But you really you won't even let me get the gun? It's just kind of it's one of those games where you have to check your health bar, to check your energy bar often. Oh, and you have to F5 a lot. That's your autosave. All right, so yep, first gun. Yeah, it's a pretty gruesome game, as you can tell too. It's like, yeah, all kinds of gnarly limbs and guts and viscera and all that stuff all over the place. It's amazing. I love it. And so now, with one of these, you can kind of, you know, and like again, you take out the cameras and it lowers the level, the security level. And once you lower the security levels of every level, it kind of like opens up the map a bit more. Like doors unlock once it reaches like a certain drops below a certain security level. Like you still alive? How many bullets you take? Oh my God, I forgot about those. I hate those damn things. Die. One thing I love about this, you can always kind of backtrack to right here. And I've been on like level 5 and was like, you know what, damn that, I'm coming back down here. There is about, I've only seen about 2 other ones in the whole game. So you can always kind of backtrack and come to like the rejuvenation chamber. Like do surgery on yourself like that what was that Aliens movie? Prometheus. That's what it was, like that in the movie Prometheus. Just cycle that baby. Do now. Usually it only takes a couple headshots to drop these dudes, but I don't know. They're not working with me now. Some scrap. Then I think you're supposed to go up or something, right? I don't remember how to do this. It's been weeks, if not like a month plus since I've done this. That. I have no idea what that did either. I don't remember, but it did something. So, or did it open up Gamma? I don't remember. I think? Don't we get a energy weapon up here? Right. I don't know. I guess me slipping. I guess me slipping. Alright, damn it. It got me. Oh, I got some salvage. So, damn it. Alright. What? Wait. Alright, hold on. I'm about to berserk. Let me go berserk. Ah, you. Yes. Yes. Die. Die. Okay, you did. Yeah, look. He's pulling that thing like a damn bat. Take that. That.
Shodan has locked down the elevators. Mira says if we can lower the security on the level, we'll be able to gain access to restricted areas and get the lifts moving again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She says
What the?
flashing cameras and taking the medical
Oh,
equipment
shit.
offline will help, but I don't
Shit, bruh. I'm wasted, bruh.
This thing is everywhere.
Yo, wasted, bruh. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Althea, I have a plan. The only way to stop the mining laser is to fire it into the station's own shields. I barely made it to my office, so you'll need to get up to the research level, get isotope X-22 for the shields, and get the safety override code for the laser in the research library. Head down to the reactor and use X-22 to power the shields. The laser can be fired from the research central control after you
Key.
remove
All right, the
the
key. Yeah,
override
yeah.
code from the
Yeah, those audio logs are very critical to this game. Uh, wait, where am I? Where am I? I don't know where I'm at. Yeah, what's up now? What's up now, bitch? Yeah, talking all that shit. Can I? Yeah, so you can use coins to buy stuff like this. Hold on, I got some. Yeah, let me drink some soda, get some health up. Chips too. What's up? Where do we go next? Hey, stupid, over here. Yeah, one thing I love about this, like I love the kind of like the, it's, I want to say Blade Runner type of, or Blade Runner era kind of graphics. Is really cool. Like I really love like it's very 80s proto sci-fi cyberpunk kind of graphics. I think they nailed that. They really nailed that with this. And like I had to kind of crank the graphics down a lot again on here. Hold on, I'm about to frag this dude. I hate this guy. Boom, bitch. But yeah, I really love the I really love the like the graphic style of this. It's really dope. Oh, oh god, oh god. No. So hungry. So am I. Damn, I'm hungry too. Oh, speaking of which, let me eat my food too. Because we're in outer space, so we gotta have a food tube. Yeah. One thing, like you can't vaporize. I guess good weapons you can actually use. You can't. That's a bummer. But so one pro tip, I guess I could give on this is like all this. You see all this random. I was in that office earlier, and there was like all this random crap just all over the place. So you can kind of just grab all this stuff, right? Just all of it. Just grab all this shit. Give me this shit. This shit everywhere. But you can then just like vaporize and turn it into scrap metal, basically. Then I'll head back over to the recycler because I actually got some decent scrap now. So oh yeah, how long you been there? So and then you can like turn that on all the coins. I'll probably do that in a minute. Hold on, let me get past this. Let's see. And that's what's really with the like again like for the first level. That's pretty much just do that. Just do all that. Cause then like when you get to like a bunch of med kit like vending machines, and then you get to the what you call it, like the where you like upgrade your weapons and stuff like that. You can just go ahead and just upgrade everything. You don't have to. You can like kind of take care of everything right there. Hold on, what do I? No, okay. I think that's it. No, no. Is that another one? Huh. Well, it's one of the simpler ones. Come on. Was it right here? Well, hey, no. I guess none of these. Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. I don't remember. Where'd that go? Good Lord, this isn't even the hard one. No, there's nothing, right? Because there's nothing. It just goes right there, right? Should be right there. Is there another port? Oh, it's here. Hold on, listen. That's why I have WeMod. Time for all that. Oh, med kit. Yes, those things are invaluable. Wow. Snack on real quick. Get some health. What the hell?
I've led a small group of survivors across the radioactive trench in Beta Quadrant.
Man,
The operation
ever sneak up on a player like that?
being the highest ranking manager command, I sent people.
That was straight up trying to run up on me.
Darcy is working on a plan to disable the mining laser from his office for research. No updates from him yet.
Again, great game. Great game. I love this game. Where the hell he come from? Like, how? Where did you? Oh, actually, I don't need two of you. Just empty this. Get rid of you. Yeah. Gotta stay strapped around here. Bama's run up on you. my mic. Alright, cool. Very good. I don't have a frag. I hate these guys because they throw them damn proximity mines at you. See? Like an idiot. Now I can't get over there. As soon as I step over there, it's gonna blow. Oh, did he? I think he blew his own self up. I thought I heard him blow up. Is that thing still there? Stuck down there, right? Okay. Yeah, he did blow his own. He did blow that thing up. All right. Scrap that. You won't get that until like way later on in the game. They got some really good weapons in here too. A lot of them, of course, like again, old school game. So you won't get them until like way later in the game. Yeah, they got like a laser sword in here. They got like a grenade launcher. They got assault rifle. They got all kinds of good stuff in here. There we go. I need this. This. See, coming down. Another one? Oh, yeah. Two of them up there. Some right over here too. Because he killed me one time. What the? Oh, it's like that? Oh man, if you don't get your whatever the hell that thing was from Power Rangers looking ass thing away from me. What's a gas grenade? Ah, damn it. Some ammo. Shoot me. Are you for real? Alright, hold up. Medkit now. Seriously, where did he come from? Damn it, man.
You are not welcomed here. Remove yourself.
Man, and their damn tricks. That's who it is.
Too many. We lost. His squad's remains. Mutants were fighting over them. Why did we even bother to check? I mean, they were missing for a week. Of course they're dead. And we're surrounded by these freak mutants and cyborgs.
Ah, there go a token. Nice.
Directive to Cyborg F-71. Move mutagen experiment V5 to Beta Grove on the executive level. Let the virus loose in the grove
What's the...
and observe its effects on flora and fauna. Collect samples from the
There it is.
Kill those who have not shown progress. And we
Here
will
we go.
soon have a perfected strain that will consume the earth, allowing me to reshape the insects in my perfect image.
Yeah, there's like a storage unit, like a rolling storage unit. It's one on like every level, and there's one of these on every level, just about. So it's like a respawn thing. So if you die now, if I die, it won't be game over. I'll just kind of respawn in here and go from there. But on each level, like if you die on that level without getting to like the health room and like, you know, flipping the switch and like turning that on, then it's basically curtains for you. Check it out, patch. It's not. Oh, I gotta turn this back on. Hate when they throw them stupid things. Gross. Oh, wait, where's my bullets? Don't you got some bullets for me? No? There we go. Let me go back to the recycler now. Came full circle. Knew it. I knew it.
With cameras as my eyes.
Yeah, so this is the end of the level. So I don't think I can do it yet. But, so this is like the end of the level. This is how you get to like every other level at the elevator. But I won't be able to do that until I destroy the nodes. Some soldiers down there. Here they come. Ah, damn it. Too out to open. Oh, where you come from? And they do respawn enemies, as you can tell. But hold on, okay. No. Wait, wait, wait. Your friend. So, no. What the? drink this. Right, let me just go. There's a kind of a feel on this game, like you can't sit out in the open too long, or somebody will come find you. Let's see, what the? Why are you here? Stuff. Scrap. Good scrap. Good scrap. Nope. You do that. Hit me. What am I getting? Okay, what was that? 30? Okay. Okay. Take that. Take all that. Now where I'm going. Look here. Look here, man. Horse. Damn it, man. Waste all my ammo. Good lord. Ah. Go, 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 go. They coming out of everywhere. Go, go, go. Oh, crap. I just trapped myself, and there's one here. Come on. Dead. So yeah, there we are. System Shock Remake 2023. Excellent game. I haven't played a lot of games this year, but yeah, definitely my game of the year. So there we go. I never actually got around to writing one, but author's introspection is just kind of like my main point is coming from the point of view of a as an author, somebody who creates and narrates stories, as well as kind of giving my final score. This is my game of the year, basically. Yes, it's the best game I played so far this year. I got a couple more games that's coming out that might challenge that, but as of late, this is kind of everything I was hoping it would be way back in like 2017 when I first played the demo. The gameplay feels smooth, it feels updated. It's absolutely a very much needed update. The interface feels updated as well. That's probably like the best part about this. And yeah, I had a ball playing this, and this is going to be a game. It's like Deus Ex that I'm going to keep coming back to over and over and over again. And speaking of which, since we got like the granddaddy of those kind of games, can we get a Deus Ex remake or just another Deus Ex game, please? It's been too long. I need more Deus Ex in my life. But yeah. System Shock Remake 2023. 5 out of 5. Straight fire. Best game of 2023. Changeling is a 2016 book by Victor LaValle, published on Random House Books. And this is I had this book in my Audible queue for years, actually, like for a long time. And finally, I just said, let me just stop bullshitting around and get to listening to this and finishing this out and, do a nice little review on it. And here we are. So, what is this book about? So first off, like Victor LaValle is the author of The Ballad of Black Tom, which is one of my favorite stories currently. It has that kind of Lovecraftian kind of vibe to it, and yeah, it was as a Lovecraft fan and also knowing like the full history of Lovecraft, it was very refreshing to have not only like a black character in like a Lovecraftian kind of narrative, but also discovering another black author was like who was into that as well and was able to pull that off. And so yeah, that was pretty cool. So I look out for Victor LaValle. He's one of my favorite authors, and I did Ballad of Black Tom and something about space. I didn't really vibe that well with, but I enjoyed it. So I enjoy his writing actually. Yeah, with that in mind, so let's hop on into this one. And as the picture on the thing says, stream on Apple TV. When I first started this, I had no idea there was like a TV show coming out with this, starring Lakeith Stanfield of all people in it on Apple TV. And by the time I finished this, I was like, wait, because I was like looking this up after I finished it when I was like kind of like writing the review, and I saw like an Apple TV show, and I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Like, when it came out the blue, I had no idea this was coming. I didn't see any ads or anything about it, but yeah. So, and I'm definitely going to check that out after reading this book, and just to see kind of like how they compare. But all right, anyway, without further ado, what's it about? So Apollo Kagwa has just become a new father and is trying to juggle his career with his new family, while also dealing with the trauma of his absent father when he suddenly is struck with an unthinkable tragedy. And so this book's kind of all over the place, to be complete. Just I can't even front. It was all over the place. It was pretty longer than I think it probably needed to be, but you know what, let's just go right into this. So what did I like about it? It's something different. It's something very different that I can definitely say that about this. And I'm always in the mood or looking out for like something that's kind of different, kind of weird, kind of odd. So I kind of like that about this. It is a modern fairy tale. And once I was about halfway through the book when that finally kind of hit me, that like, okay, so because his narrative tone in this kind of was very aloof, I guess I can say, to me anyway, especially like in the beginning, because we're getting all this kind of like backstory into like Apollo's mom and dad, how they met and everything, and then like about 3 chapters in, there's no mention of them. There's like no mention of them at all. And I was just going through this like, wait, what was all that about then? But it's because he's trying to write like this fairy tale kind of thing, right? And so once that kind of like hit, once I got that in my head, I was just like, okay, it makes more sense now, you know. But yeah, it was just And I think he's trying to be a little bit more like literary, if that makes sense. You know, he's trying to like flex his kind of like his writer muscle in this too. But you know, it kind of it. I'll get to it. I guess I'll get to it. But yeah, modern day fairy tale. The one thing it does do, it really makes me look at like parenting in the modern age, like the modern day, because in this, like Apollo and Emma, Kagwa is like Apollo's wife. Like they end up having a baby, and there was this thing that I think all of us parents, and from here on out, probably will end up doing or becoming faced with. It's just like we instinctively take all these pictures of our babies, of like our newborns and our toddlers, and we take all these pictures and we post all of them right up on Facebook. You know, we post all our kids' pictures, and it's without even really considering the level of access we're giving complete strangers to like our kids, our homes, all of that stuff. And it's just hit me like, oh yeah, yeah, that is right. That's why do we do why, why do we do that? Like, yeah, I don't want the like leagues of weirdos like ogling my kids like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe I should stop that. You know, but yeah, I think a couple years ago, like I kind of like it kind of hit me, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna post pictures of my kid like every day or like every stupid little thing we're doing, you know, up there. Like if it makes sense, I mean, if it makes sense, then it makes sense. Then like, okay, yeah, here's a moment we had, we can kind of share that. But yeah, I don't really do that. I don't really kind of do that really. But yeah, this that kind of made me kind of call that into question. And this, I guess you can call this as kind of like an allegory to like postpartum depression as well. Like the whole thing that Emma goes through as far as you know, the baby and the changeling, and it not, you know, for some reason like Emma like not thinking it's her baby again or something, and so Apollo and like me was thinking like, oh, she has some kind of like extreme postpartum depression or something that's going on here. And like even Apollo was like, look, take your medicine. You know, you wigging out, you getting on my damn nerves, so just take your medicine, woman. Like I don't wanna hear all this it's not my baby stuff again. Like what the hell are you talking about? Take your pills. Did you take your pills today? Please, let's shut down like that. But yeah, as I was saying, that like the Victor Lavelle kind of wrote this in this very kind of aloof like narrative. It goes back way back further than it should. It very meandering. You know, it almost kind of it's very kind of like open and empty, kind of like a Stanley Kubrick film. In my mind, it's kind of like written like a Stanley Kubrick film. Really, it's very cold and spacey and airy at times, and it's almost like Lavelle's pulling back the camera to kind of set up this expansive kind of like wide shot, and it's just like we don't need that, but I mean it's his art, it's his artistic vision, and so okay, I guess, man, but yeah, I didn't. I don't know, it kind of didn't really need all that, and it added more than it needed to be. I'm guessing his word count game was crazy when he was writing this, but yeah, but even that, like saying all that, it doesn't help it because it makes it just slow. It makes the book slow, and it kind of makes it a chore. But okay, I'm still talking about what I like on this, right? I haven't even got to that, right? So trolls. So like this is like Victor Lavelle is making like a modern day fairy tale here, and so with fairy tales, of course, there's trolls, and there are trolls, and so the real life trolls that we have in today all live in a world called Twitter. They all live in a land that we call the tweet. And so there's so like, we have that, we have like the modern day internet trolls, and also he puts like a actual kind of fairy tale troll in this as well, and that's where like the title of the story, the Changeling, kind of comes into play. And that's I really like that. I really kind of like that. So you have like, both versions of trolls basically like in the story. I thought was pretty ingenious, and that I liked. That was pretty cool. And so yeah, the trolls, William Wheeler, who I think, and knowing Victor Lavelle is a fan of Lovecraft like I am, William Wheeler is a very familiar name, especially like anyone who's familiar with the Dunwich Horror and all that, with my boy old Wilbur Wheatley and all that. But yeah, so that's what I liked about it. What I didn't like that much about this, yeah, it's just his writing style in this. It starts out really slow, like we're getting all this crazy backstory to characters that really we're not spending any time with really in the story, and so it just kind of made it seem like, oh well, that was pointless, kind of. Yeah, it seemed kind of pointless to go back to like have all these backstories for characters that we're not really we ain't spending no time with, right? And it just drags the book along. It makes the book a chore to finish, honestly. Because even then, like that's the start of the story, and then like we're going. Things are getting interesting. Oh, holy shit, what is happening? That's crazy. And then we just stop and we go all the way back to like more exposition, more narrative, more backstory, and it's just like, oh my god, we don't really need this, and it really feels like filler while you're actively like going through it. It's like, oh, I can tell this is just filler. This is just word count filler. This ain't needed. But, yeah, and I'm not gonna say it's a knock, but this is a story by a New York City author who is from New York City, and he loves him some New York City, and he's gonna let you know he loves him some New York City. There's so many like there's so much New Yorker stuff in here. There's so many like street names and sites and places and things and all that, and it's just like, you know what? Oh, yeah, okay, fine, sure, it's New York City. I got you, bro. I got you, brother. But yeah, it was just like, it's not a knock, but it's just an observation. I thought it was. I actually think it's pretty funny. Like every time he like puts in some kind of New York City idiom or something like that in there, I was just like, yeah, okay, Vic, I got you, Vic. I got you, Big Vic. I feel you. So and I was like, so this is a fairy tale. This is like him trying to making like a modern day fairy tale. So Emma's a witch, basically. So I guess I got lost. I didn't understand what the whole thing with that was about. I guess because so Emma goes to Brazil at like early on in the story, and there's this lady like down by a river that everybody told her don't go to this river, right? But she goes any damn way because she's a woman. She don't listen. Women don't listen. Anyway, I didn't say that. But anyway, so she goes to a river, and then there's like this old witch like puts a ribbon on her and gives her like 3 wishes or something like that. And so I guess did that turn into a witch? I don't know. I don't understand. I didn't get that part. But yeah, I got lost. I didn't understand what the second half of the book was meant to say about her. Because even in the thing is like she had some kind of power or some kind of glow, and then when they Apollo and Emma reunites at a certain point, and then she loses the glow, and even Apollo is kind of like, well, what happened to your powers and stuff? Like you had this like kind of glow, and she said something to the effect of, well, that was only because I needed it then. Now that you're here, I don't need it now, or something like that. And it was just like, huh? It went over my head. See the bald spot? You see that balding spot right there? It went over it. I understand it. Yeah, it went way over that. But yeah, there was a lot of background, like I said before, about like characters we don't even really spend that much time with. But there were like a couple of characters in here that you actually do spend a fair amount of time with, but we didn't get any backstory on them. Like they just kind of like appeared in the story, and we're with them, we're hanging with them, we're rolling with them. But that was it. We don't get any expansive backstory to tell what happened with their parents and their parents, how they got together and all that stuff. It's just like Patrice and William Wheeler would have been nice to get some backstory on them, because we spend a fair amount of time with them, especially Patrice. But we don't. Yeah, he's just a guy that Apollo hangs out with at work, and that's all we getting on him. Sure, okay. So finally, author's introspection on this, which is basically just like me giving my final thoughts, and in the view of someone who is an author and crafts narratives, and just giving my final score. So glamour is the spell that is highlighted by this book, and it is explained as how the troll fools parents into believing that their newborn hasn't been swapped out with a horrid, mangled-looking mound of flesh. And it's the same convention that Victor LaValle enchants us with this book, as he breaks the spell of everything, the spell of marriage, the spell of new age parenting, including that urge to post every picture of our babies to social media for some insane reason, and even worse, to geotag the location of the pictures so that the entire world knows exactly what they look like and where to find them. Just they're right here. Come here. So we're just serving them up to the real life trolls in existence. The trolls that live on the internet. It makes us take a look at the gender roles in parenting, and how it's shifted from generations past to where dads have a much more active and involved role in their children's lives, and in their upbringing, and not just relegated to being the providers. There's a great section in the book where there's a park where there's mothers with their babies on one end of the park, and then the section where the group of fathers are kind of huddled together with doting and bragging over their babies just as lovingly. And the book even makes us look more into our own lives and try to break the spell of our own environments. Much like how Apollo was able to finally recognize what had happened in his own childhood. While though parts of the book was needlessly padded and stretched out, making the read feel a bit pompous sometimes, I think LaValle hit the mark for the most part. This is a modern day fairy tale that gets just as grim, pun intended. 3 out of 5. Right, so yeah, there we have it. The Changeling, the book, not the show, just the book, by Victor LaValle. 3 out of 5. Enjoyed it for the most part. All right, and there we go. go. There we have it for this week's episode of Maniacal Books Weekly. Thanks for joining me. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you. I appreciate you sticking by me as I yammer on. So yeah, once again, you can check out this podcast on pretty much everywhere podcasts are available. And hey, man, follow, man. Hey, pick a follow. Give me some stars, man. Give me like 5 stars. I'll take 4. You know, I'm not greedy. That helps a lot. That'll help a whole ton. And even if you are more inclined, you can sign up to even be a supporter for just 99 cents. 99 cents a month. I mean, come on, bro. 99 cents a month. Know what I'm saying? Hook a brother up, man. And also stop by Maniacal Books on all the socials, as well as Max Books Pubs on all the socials. Stay up to date on releases, sales. We got a new website, maxbookspubs.com, and some new items in the store. We got some new sales, so stop on by there. Check us out. You might have something you really like. There's an all black Maniacal Books hoodie in there that is dope. I can't wait for mine to come in the mail. And yeah, was there something I was missing? Senor Corona? Nope, that's it. Alright, so I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.